How we doing? It's Mert here. It's been a fat minute since I made a YouTube video. It's been about like over a year. And I've been watching a lot of story time YouTube channels, a lot of videos of people just smoking, telling stories or telling stories of their first time smoking or just crazy stuff that's happened in their lives. And I got a good amount of stories, so I just figured, hey, might as well make a YouTube video telling a story. And if I like it, if it turns out good, I might keep doing it. If not, might live stream again. I don't know. Either way, I'm definitely going to be more active on my YouTube channel because I got a lot of free time, and I usually don't use my free time very well, as some of you know. And yeah, so it's February. It's currently the Super Bowl. I'm pretty sure the 49ers are winning, maybe. I'm not sure. I haven't watched it. Don't give a shit about football. But yeah, so this is going to be a story of my first time smoking. I think it was about like 2 years ago, maybe over 2 years ago. I'm not too sure. And this was back, I moved twice since this happened. I lived at a big house, moved a couple towns over, then moved back to the same town. So it was, I'm going to say like in August, I believe. It was definitely summertime. Parents weren't home, of course. And I don't really know what gave me an idea to smoke. All my friends were doing it, so I was just like, I might as well try it. So, I called up my plug, or a plug that my friends used, and I heard about him and how he has good weed, so I hit him up. I was like, yo, let me buy a G. And he said, all right, send me your Addy. So I did, sent him the Addy, and he parked like a couple roads down, so I had to ride my bike over. Parents were leaving as I was copping this bud, so I was a little sussed out. I didn't think it was gonna smell. I didn't know anything about weed at the time. I didn't watch like videos about it or anything. So I drive over to him. It's definitely less than a G. Has it in this little plastic bag. If you ever bought weed and they give you like a ripped up garbage bag or a plastic bag from Walmart. Ripped it up. He tied it with a rubber band, and I didn't think anything of it. It looked like, I felt it. Looked and felt like a good amount of weed. I didn't question it. Slid him a 10. Drove off. I go back to my house. I open it up, and I'm gonna say there's about like 0.6 in there. I don't really remember. It was a long time ago, but I'm gonna say it was 0.6, and I was amazed at this weed. I thought there was so much. I thought I got the best deal. I don't know. I was unexperienced. It was my first time. So my mom and my stepdad were currently like smoking at the time. They don't anymore. But I remember I'd always go up like to the bathroom upstairs, and they would always smell like weed. I figured it was weed because you know the smell. You can tell it distinctly from other smells. So I just go in the room. No one's home at the moment. I think my brother was. He was in his room, and I go in the room, and I'm just looking around because I know like they obviously have something to smoke out of, right? They smoke all the time. So I dig around, and I see. And this drawer, I open it up, and it's like a nightstand drawer. I open it up, and they have like so much. They have like 4 bowls, some lighters, a jar full of weed. And at the time, I was young, I was scared. I was like, oh, they'll notice if I take weed, so I just wanted to buy some of my own, so they wouldn't even tell. So I grab, I don't know what kind of bowl it was. I want to say it was like probably a China glass bowl. I don't know. It's pretty thick glass, but I grab it, I go downstairs, don't tell my brother what I'm doing because I didn't even know if he even knew what weed was at the time. So I go down to my room, open a window. I don't know why I smoked inside. I could have easily just went outside, avoided the smell, but I open the window. I like look at the weed. I'm Snapchatting on my phone. I'm like, just cop some dank weed. It's probably mids. I'd say mids. And so I pack it up in this bowl, right? I'm sitting on I have like a couch or like a little futon next to my window, so I'm sitting on it. I light it up, and I inhale it. I didn't know how to use the hole on the side, the little piece to like block the airflow, so I was just ripping it. And I got like a good hit and I didn't cough or anything. I hit it and I blow it out, and as I'm blowing it out the window, it was like windy out, so it just blew straight back into my room. I had all my doors closed just in case it smelled. Like, I don't know, I just being precautious. But so I blow it out the window and it blows back into my room. And I saw that was happening, so I was like, fuck it, I guess I might as well just keep doing it. So I finished this bowl pack, and I didn't really like the taste. I definitely remember it tasting very bad, so it was definitely mids. So, I finished one bowl pack. I smoked another one. At that point, it was like I had pretty much no more weed, so I just threw it in like a little what's it called, the container that you keep food in. Throw it under my bed, and as I'm like going outside my room to put the bowl away, my brother comes down. He's like, "What's that smell?" And I was like, I just ran up to my mom's room to put the bowl away, just like so I was out of the way in case they came home. And as I'm walking down the stairs, I like smell the strongest smell. And I walk downstairs, and my brother's in the living room, and the whole house just stinks, completely reeks of weed. And I was kind of like, oh shit, like I didn't think it was gonna happen, because I guess like I left my door open. And as I was like going to find candles, my brother was like, "Did you smoke weed?" And I was like, "Yeah, I smoked a little bit, but I don't feel anything." And he was like, "Dude, you're so stupid. Why would you do that? Mom's gonna know." And I was like, "I doubt she'll know. She'll be back in an hour or two. I can try and get the smell out by then." So I just go in the bathroom, grab Febreze. I'm just walking around the house, spraying everything with Febreze. I light some candles, and as I put the Febreze back in the bathroom, I just thought of like something that like I don't know. I thought it was just so funny, and I just was in the bathroom. I look in the mirror, and my eyes are like bright red, like a fucking cinnamon red candle, like the candle wax. You know what I'm talking about? Like bright red. And I just look in my eyes, and I'm like, holy fuck, I must be high. And then I just started dying laughing, like I said, the funniest joke that I've ever heard in my life. And my brother walks in the kitchen, because the bathroom's right. We have two bathrooms, and one of them's right next to the kitchen. And he walks in the kitchen, and the door was shut, and he just sees me laughing, and like I was like hysterically laughing, and he just starts laughing, and I look at him laughing, and then we're both just laughing our ass off. And fucking he was like, "Dude, you're so high." And I was like, "Dude, I must be high." But like I didn't know the effects of weed at the time, so I just thought of something really funny. And then he was telling me how his friend smoked weed, which is very weird, because he was in like, I'd say like eighth grade. So I don't know anyone who would smoke in 8th grade. But so he was telling me how like his friend's eyes get really red, and like your mouth smells bad, you're like your body gets all tangly, and like I just look at my hands and I just can't feel my fingertips, and that just caused me to start freaking out. And then I just started laughing at the same time. So I'm just over here in the bathroom fucking bugging out, trying to feel my fingers, moving my hands around, and I try and move my toes, can't feel anything. And I was like, dude, I'm so high. And my brother is just like, dude, you better just go in your room, lay down, and try and fall asleep. And so that's what I did. I just walked in my room, laid on my bed, and I was staring at my ceiling. And as I was staring at the ceiling, I hear like the door open, which it was like I was in my bed for like 20 minutes. So they came home earlier than I thought they would have. But luckily my mom can't smell, and my stepdad wasn't like around. He was at work or something. So my mom can't smell. So lucky for me, the house definitely still smelled like weed, 'cause my brother came in my room and told me that like it still smells so bad. So I was lucky enough, my mom can't smell for some odd reason, I'm not sure. So she walked in and she was like, "Hey, what's up?" And I was like, "Nothing." She asked if I ate dinner. I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, she didn't come in my room. She was just like, because my door was like cracked, so she was kind of just talking to me through the door. And so like I was just having a whole ass conversation with her, not like anywhere near her, trying to just like avoid eye contact, because I saw how red my eyes were, so I was kind of just like avoiding that. And she comes in my room, and I like pretend to just be on my phone, like looking the other way. And she was like, "What's that smell?" And I was like, "Oh, I lit one of your incenses." And she was like, she, she said, she said, she was like, "Did you go through my weed drawer?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "What's weed?" And she was like, "Never mind." And then she just walked out the door, and I could hear her going up the stairs, and I was freaking out. I was like, "Dude, did I shut her door? Did I shut the drawer?" I was like, "Does it really smell that bad?" And yeah, that's like pretty much it. The night really, like, nothing else really happened. My stepdad got home. My mom was just in the living room minding her own business. So was I. I was just sitting on my computer for a while, just listening to music, just watching the music videos, tripping sack in my room. Had the lights off. And yeah, that was my first time smoking weed. I hope you guys like the story. I'll probably be making other ones. I have a lot of ideas. I've gone through some crazy shit on my past since my first time smoking. Like, stories just get crazier and crazier. But yeah, let me know how you guys like this video. Probably drop another one. I don't know. I might just start recording them and then just like drop them whenever I feel like it. I'm working. I got other shit going on, so kind of just go with whatever I feel like doing. So yeah, let me know if you boys or girls want me to live stream or whatever. I gotta start definitely being more active with my channel. But yeah, moral of the story: don't smoke too young. It's a terrible idea. Everyone starts somehow, and definitely don't start through peer pressure, because I was definitely peer pressured by my friends, because all my friends were smoking. Like every single person I was friends with, their friends were smoking, everybody. So I kind of got peer pressured into it, but I don't know, I still enjoyed it. Ever since then, I've been the biggest pothead. So yeah, just if you're gonna smoke, stay safe, and yeah, I'll see you guys later.
I just wanted you to watch me dissolve slowly.